Hi guys, Zach from Herding the Homestead here. We have another article that we just posted on herdandhomestead.com. It's called The Surprising Benefits of Journaling and Why You Should Start Today. This has been a huge factor, one in the idea for us to start our own business, being more productive with your life so you can spend it with your herd, spend it with your home, spend it with your family. We love journaling. And so that's why we've really created a lot of products centered around that simple fact of enjoying the time and being productive so that you can enjoy your time more with the things that are important for you. Our article that we wrote really just kind of goes through what journaling is and why it's so nice. We have a few links to some different hardcover sketchbooks. We're in the process of designing our own sketchbooks and our own planners. We think they're going to be really good. Taylor's been working like crazy on them and she's been doing an amazing job. So I hope you guys will be able to see that soon. And we are so excited to show you what we have in store. But back to the article. So what are the benefits of journaling? What are the reasons we think you should start journaling? One of the biggest ones, stress management. We stress so much about so many things. There are so many things in this world that keep trying to pull our attention away. And journaling allows us to channel that into productive behaviors. What is important? What should be on that list? And what do we need to do right now? Journaling is an excellent tool for managing that because let's be real. If we don't know what we're supposed to be doing, we feel like we're missing out on something. That's going to drive our stress and anxiety levels through the roof. And journaling allows us to take away that stress and anxiety. And so you can really use that journal as a tool for managing it and then identifying why you're feeling anxious and what you need to do to not feel anxious. And after you write that down, now you can start self-reflecting and see what exactly you need to do. So one of the things that we talk about is, okay, I feel really nervous today and my hands have been sweating all day. I felt like I've been more irritable today. Why? Well, I know in 3 hours at work, I have to give a presentation to my boss and I'm nervous about that. And that's been changing my mood. But being able to identify that because we've wrote down what it is that we're supposed to be doing and what we did and why, now we can start to see, okay, well, I get nervous because of these presentations that I do. And so now you can start to check yourself because again, it always leaks into other parts of our lives. And so I can be anxious because of something that's in 4 hours from now, but it's affecting things I'm doing right now. And that's not great. That's not good. We don't want to take those bad feelings and start to deprioritize and not be productive because we're worried about something later when we have things on our to-do list and on our journal that we want to get done now. And so bringing that bad anxiety into our tasks is not great. But if we can identify that, then we can try and dispel those fears and we can kind of counteract them and identify ways to counteract them. Another important thing is goals and future planning. Everybody feels more stable and they can be more productive and they can be more excited when they have goals and future things in mind that they want to do. One of the things that I set out to do this year is I wanted to work out every single day for a month. And it was not easy. It was not easy. It felt amazing. It felt amazing. And I'm so glad and happy that I was able to successfully do it. But I don't think I would have been able to do it had I not already set out my plan, set up explicitly what my goal was going to be, and actually wrote it down in a journal and really looked at it almost every day to kind of check off that day, right? Okay, I worked out today. I can check that off. And it kind of gave me like a roadmap. And then I can also now look at it and kind of dive back and almost do an after action report of what I did and what went well, what went wrong, what can I improve upon, right? If I never wrote that stuff down, if I never took the time to think about that and really future plan, then I would never be able to do that. I would not be able to really sit there and think about what went well. And, I was able to write down things that I was thinking during the day, during the month that I was doing it, and write down just feelings I had and things that had occurred. Like I listened to a specific song and I felt really good for some reason, like during that song. It It was Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, if you're curious. I love that song, but for whatever reason, it came out on my playlist when I was running one time, and I just felt amazing. Now, whether that was due to some other factors during my run, if I had started to gain some more, I don't know, health benefits, or I was getting more athletic and I was just feeling better from it, or if maybe it was the song, I guess I don't know, but that was one thing I jotted down, and now I have that forever. I wrote that in my journal and I have that forever. So now whenever I hear that song, maybe it'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whenever I hear that song, I'm going to start to feel better. Who knows? But I would have never been able to do that had I not done my goal planning and my future self goals. So that's super important to do. The next one that we talked about was having it be an emotional outlet too. So this isn't really more planning related, and really it is like super focused on journaling, right? Writing down things that you're feeling in your life. A lot of us don't have people that we can vent to, or maybe the person we normally vent to, maybe they're what it's about, right? And so you can't really vent to someone about themselves. That's probably not the greatest thing that we can do. But being able to kind of have your personal journal and write down things that really are you venting to this nobody, right? To no one. It can still make you feel really good though. And the added benefit of that too is that when you write stuff down, it forces you to really like distill that feeling and that emotion into why you're feeling that way. And it can really help you move forward from it and maybe even move past it, because you start to realize, well, I'm mad about this and I'm feeling this way because of XYZ reason. But sometimes you can start to see that, well, maybe it's not because of that they did this to me. Maybe I'm feeling like this because I have a presentation. I have a really big presentation for my boss tomorrow. And it's unfair to this person that I'm taking it out on them and that I'm mad at them and I'm venting about them, when really they didn't really do anything wrong. And I think being able to use writing and journaling as an emotional outlet can kind of help us really distill what we were mad at, and maybe kind of self-reflect on that and move forward and not hurt people and not do things that don't help you, because we were able to take the time and really distill it. And that takes self-reflection. And that's a skill that we learn, right? Self-reflection is a skill that we can learn. And articulating that to yourself helps with your self-expression, and it helps with you getting through those complex feelings that we all go through. And it allows you not to really bottle them up, but open them and explore them without hurting anybody and without doing anything that could be harmful to relationships or yourself or anything. It really gives you an opportunity to move past things, which is amazing. So using journaling as an emotional outlet is something that I've started to try and incorporate into my life. And it has helped me in a few situations that I was so angry at people for and hurt. But by writing it down, I realized why it was hurting me. And then from there, after being able to determine that, I was able to move past it and feel a lot better because of it. We also talked about recording ideas and expressing yourself. Herding the Homestead, we're a small business that Taylor and I started, and a lot of this stuff was just ideas that we had while we were going through our careers and wanting to kind of explore ourselves a bit more and focus on what we enjoyed and push ourselves to do better and be productive. And this was one thing that we both agreed on we really wanted to do to be productive. Both of us really thought, running a business and starting our own business was something we would love. And thus far, I gotta say, we've been loving it. It's been so exciting and emotional and awesome. And we're just starting out. I can't imagine running businesses for years and years and how much pride and feelings go into that. I'm excited to one day get there, and hopefully we will. We really did do a lot of idea recording, and what's cool is you can actually bring stuff with you to write these down. Having notes in your phone, just as good as having, notes on a piece of paper or a journal or something that you bring with you. Having stuff available to you is the most important thing, because when an idea strikes, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's whatever, being able to write it down so that you can go back to it and determine if it's good or determine if it's bad is so important. And ideas hit all the time, and you never know, you can't just put on your idea hat and then start start doing stuff. It's not how ideas work, right? We're taking in information and all of a sudden we have that light bulb moment, or, oh, this would be kind of interesting. Or what if we did this? And talking to people, right? Networking. That's how ideas are made. That's how we get inspired. And so if we're not ready to write that stuff down, express ourselves when we feel like we can express ourselves, then we lose so much. And so being able to do that is so important. It leads us to being better writers. It leads us to allowing ourselves to reflect, right? In the future, reflect back on what we thought were good ideas, what we thought were bad ideas, but actually turned out well. Just allows so much more in our lives and for us to be so much more productive, because we're not just doing nothing, right? We're always building, we're always doing better. And that allows us to also express gratitude in our journal. Being able to express that gratitude is something that will make our lives better. It can help other people because we realize why we're so grateful, and then we make sure to tell everyone why we're so grateful for them. If you take the time to journal all of this gratitude that you have for your life, for your work, for your family, for your pets, you journal all of that and you really allow yourself to focus on those things, it allows you to really, again, we talked about distilling, it really allows you to distill that, and you'll start to feel better because you'll realize how much great things occur to you all the time. They might be big, they might be small, but if we write them down, we'll always have them. And that will make us feel so much better. And then we can have these ideas and these journaled articles and these little pages that we write, and we can have these, and they'll remind us of the great things that have occurred and the great people that you've talked to. And that makes all the difference in our lives. So this was an article that we got together with, and we really liked going through and kind of talking about it. Again, this is Zach from Herding the Homestead. Check out the article. I'll have it linked down in the description, but you can always go to herdandhomestead.com, and we have a ton of different articles. We do book reviews. We just had an article about overcoming the post-holiday slump that was in January. We have this article talking about journaling. We are so excited to be able to generate all this stuff for you guys, and we hope you enjoy it. I certainly enjoy doing it. I'll see you guys later. Hope you had a good time. All right, guys. Well, that is a wrap on another episode of Herding the Homestead. Check out more information on our small business, Herding the Homestead, in the link below. And remember, our goal is to simplify your life so you can spend more time with those you love the most. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for listening.